Music and video games are my two lovers. It even gets better when they're together. Let me stop. This is not going to come out sounding good, is it? I love all forms of music. And I'm not saying that like when you're asking that girl you like what music she likes and she's like, I like everything except country, really. Nah. My favorite songs in Sonic Adventure 2 were the Rouge missions. I'm built different, okay? There's something about a good soundtrack that can elevate an amazing game to an all-time favorite. Like, come on now. You saw my top 10. No, you didn't. I had DJ Hero at the top 5. That's ludicrous. So what do you do when your music taste is as vast as your video game taste? You start to learn some new genres and styles that you never knew about. When I say learn, I mean that in the way that you can watch a movie and go, I wonder what other movies J.K. Simmons was in. And then you enter a wormhole. I wanted to showcase that wormhole in some games that includes actual real musicians as either characters or playing a huge role in the development of the game. I'm gonna leave out some obvious ones like the Def Jam series or the band games since they kind of made for you to buy them because Snoop Dogg's in it. This is gonna get brutal. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So let's get into it. This is 8 musicians and video games in no particular order. David Cage is a hack. Somehow, he makes shit and people grabs a big spoon excited. Now I'm not gonna lie and say I don't enjoy these games, but I enjoy them for those nights when you watch a movie and talk over it like, don't go in that house, you see they gonna get you. See, I would've did these. That's all his games are to me. So what about his very first game? How does David Cage get David Bowie to compose the soundtrack of this game? I don't fucking know because this game is horrible. Bowie plays Boz, the lead singer of a band inside of a game, as well as his wife at the time Iman playing a playable character in the game. He actually spent a lot of time motion capturing and working on the atmosphere of Cage to bring this world to life. He thought this game was going to make like super buku bucks and become like a blockbuster franchise, but alas, it was released on the Dreamcast. I mean, if I had David Bowie on payroll, I would too. I'd put him on every advertisement and cover of this. Well, if you truly see how chaotic this game is, I implore you to check out Super Best Friend's playthrough of this game and the chaos that ensues. It's a mixture of a fighting game, a shooter, a point and click, I don't even know. I'm just glad David Cage found his niche and is sticking to it, because at least they're enjoyable now. Talk about an album rollout right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about, where music and gaming combine to make something unique. This is actually free now to download and play right now if you wanted to. Wink wink. Iron Maiden, the heavy metal legends, decided to go for their greatest hits album on a tour with their founding members again, but also to make a video game to accompany it. The game, as you go through Iron Maiden's cover arts to find Eddie, the band's mascot. It's a light gun game that was released only on PC, so take this as a free aim practice, I guess. Half of the album on here as the background music is cool, so that's cool. Yeah, I guess. I keep saying I guess because I guess they thought this was a cool idea. Yet the game is not fun. It's honestly really boring to play. It feels like one of those random games in the arcade that you would play with your homies only because it's got the light gun with it. In all honesty, this game doesn't do the album nor the mascot justice. You're probably better off downloading Iron Maiden songs for Clone Hero than playing this game. But also, this game doesn't really have the budget to make cool 3D platformers or beat 'em up like Shadow Man or something. But that would have been more cool than this. Oh, you thought Def Jam was the first fighting game with rappers beating the shit out of each other? Hell nah. The RZA, the GZA, Old Dirty Bazzer, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killer, Inspector Deck, you got Master Killer in the... Ooh, this game is fucking crazy. It's kind of like Power Stone and Mortal Kombat had a baby. Fights take place in this like best of 3 lives bouts against these stereotypical Asian characters, but I mean, what do you really expect from a group of dudes that name themselves after kung fu movies making a kung fu game? You get weapons and fatalities, and there's like a pseudo like open world story mode thingy. It's really interesting with some depth to it actually. A little fun fact, it was based off the Thrill Kill engine, a game that was never released, and many speculate that this game was kind of meshed together to salvage all the work from that project before it was canceled. It's actually a pretty enjoyable experience with some solid gameplay, and speaking of experiences, Now, the easy target is the clusterfuck of a Dance Central clone, the Black Experience. The Black Experience. Oh, God. But that wouldn't get us anywhere. The Black Eyed Peas are actually the only musicians on this list to get 2 games featured specifically about them. Because if we're counting cameos, then Ozzy Osbourne and Redman would be winning this race a long time ago. The Herb Sins in the City is a Sims spinoff that I wish would come back, at least as an expansion pack or something. See, console Sims game had like a story mode to them with like actual goals such as the Sims busting out. The games were based in the city with the Black Eyed Peas helming the soundtrack and helping with the overall design of the game. It was planned for a mini-series broken off from the Sims games that coincided with them, but that didn't happen though. What's more interesting is that there was a PC port that was in the works with the way more content, but was canceled for some reason. But I assume it was for the Sims 2. This game technically is Sims 1.5, as most of the game's assets are actually inside the Sims 2, and most of the work for this game created was the backbone for the second game in the series. Yes, this is an excuse for me to gush about the Herbs, because I love this game. I was listening to the soundtrack of this game casually when I came up with the idea for this video. The general gist of the game is going about the boroughs of the city, each with their unique styles and types, doing odd jobs, socializing to unlock new ways to communicate to boost your popularity. Yes, there's an entire level up reputation system in this game. You go to each location trying to befriend everyone, get some better clothes, hoping to woo yourself into the coveted penthouse private party of each area. The whole Black Eyed Peas is in the game, as well as making Simish versions for all the popular songs at the time, and original songs just for the game too. Though calling this Simlish is a stretch because they just flat out speak English for most of these songs, but like, they're a bop, so who really cares? Listen to this song, bro. This game tortured me as a child. Being the only son out of a family of girls, I was kind of forced to play this game. I mean, it made me a Britney Spears fan, I guess, so that's a plus. Like, this game only really has like 6 songs, but these 6 songs are all bops. No matter how hard I tried as a kid, even playing on the highest difficulty, my sister would beat the fuck out of me, and I would just have to sit there crying like, damn, let me win, but Stronger's playing in the background. I really have fond memories of this game, like it's part of my retinas or something. Low-key, this is still a guilty pleasure of mine, you know. When there's other games on the channel I play that piss me off, this game just calms me down. I guess you can say that I'm a slave for this game. I shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Jadakiss stood, perched abreast his red limited PlayStation 2 Slim with a copy of Def Jam Fight for New York by EA Sports. Big! Flabbergasted that he never received a call to be a part of what will undoubtedly go down in history forever, etched in the minds of gamers and music lovers for all wide. But why wasn't Sir Jadakiss in Def Jam? Why wasn't Mr. Kiss involved? Because he was making this shit. Alright, so I decided, you know what would be fun if I just record my raw impressions of playing this game and just like explain it to you, you know, the cartoon character arc starting after this video, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna take a shot every time that I cringe and want to kill myself, so let's start preemptively. This is a... What developer is singing this fucking song right now? Yeah, you know what this is? From what I could tell already that this is like LimeWire's greatest hits. Like, this is like some shit my dad would have burned on a CD and like burned on the Xbox back in the day. Like, it's a bunch of songs that like were hot, but like, who the fuck? Like, who the fuck is gonna... Who even remembers this song? Let me tell you what, I give you $5 if you remember this song and tell me who actually sung this song. I'll wait. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up. Oh no, we'll have to back shit up. Put the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, and you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. 2 loped out niggas going.
Okay.
Do I even need to say any more after looking at this clip, bro? This is actually incredible to watch and play. Michael Jackson had like mad love for Sega. I mean, composing for Sonic, having his own damn game. This man was a Sega kid, that's for sure. For some reason, Michael whole freaking Jackson was walking around Sega HQ and saw Space Channel 5 and said, Jink, I want to be in that game. And that was it. Only a month before release, they went into overdrive and fit him into the game, and we got this iconic moment. Michael Jackson in-game is the Michael Jackson that saved the world in 1999 from an alien invasion and I guess got the secret to immortality. God rest his soul. Now, at 541 years old, he's a news reporter for the Galaxy, bro. And I love Michael Jackson. Like, you ever think about how high this man probably was back in the day? Like, look at the Don't Stop Till You Get Enough video. Tell me that it wasn't shot in an hour. Like, he was just vibing. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, musicians. Ah, fuck. I'm just gonna let this shit play out, bro. Honestly, this is great right here. Oh, my bad. Sidebar. Like always. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz, and tell me how shitty I am. Let me know if you guys like more content like this, like more non review based content, like just list or just talking about a bunch of games in like a unison, just a little breakdown. I was thinking about doing this, but yeah. I'm gonna plug this in at the end of every video until you guys actually do it, okay? I have a podcast, Back of the Rack Podcast. If you want to hear me talk more at length because you can actually stand and bear my voice, check out the Back of the Rack Podcast on Apple Music, Podcast, Stitcher Radio, wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts. We're probably there. So go ahead and listen, or watch us on YouTube. Links in the description, or it's probably gonna be like a cool thing that pops up at the end of this video that links to it. So, like always, I'm Sandy. Peace.
Behold the power of the president's crew.